Welcome to Your Anime Senpais. I'm Richard, and today I'm going to be watching and reacting to Higurashi 2020 Episode 2. But before we get into that, of course, as per usual, let's talk about Episode 1, and that amazing Episode 1, if I dare say. So, Episode 1, we got introduced to the world of Higurashi, or reintroduced for some of us that have already watched the first season, or the first series, rather. And so we have Keiichi, who recently moved into the town. He's been there for a few months, pretty well acclimated. He's got some friends now, and having a pretty good time up until he stumbles across a little bit of a mystery. So he finds out that apparently a few years back, someone may or may not have been murdered in this small little town. So, being the curious young man that he is, of course, he's going to investigate. And he kind of asks around a little bit, asks his friends, and every time he asks them, they just kind of dismiss it. You know, they're just like, "No, I've never heard anything about that." And the way that they say it, it's just, of course, it's going to make him even more curious because it just sounds too suspicious. So, needless to say, he continues on with his investigation until eventually he stumbles across some, I think, newspapers or magazines, just a bundle of them, and one of them just so happens to confirm his suspicion that someone apparently did get murdered in this town. So I guess Keiichi has found at least some answers, but at what cost? Because unbeknownst to him, right behind him is Rena with her cleaver, her iconic weapon of choice, and she has a very I guess you could say displeased look on her face. She's it doesn't look like she's too happy, too thrilled about the fact that he's found out this information. So, but yet behind her is Rika, who has the glowing magical eyes for whatever reason. So I don't know what this means for Keiichi. I guess we'll find out this episode. But before we get into this episode, I do want to say that we were able to figure out what was going on with our Patreon. So we have episode 1 uncut on Patreon, and we should have episode 2 as well by the time you guys watch this on YouTube. So be sure to check that out. Links are down below. And with that being said, now let's get into it. Okay. Oh, hey, it's Hanyu, yeah. Is her horn? Oh no, it's still a little bit damaged. Not much though. I thought it was already like completely broken off. Hmm. Repeat it again. What? 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 Ah, and now we're back to the... Yeah, now we're back to this scene. Keiichi. Hello? Oh. We're not using the original? Okay, I guess. I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a chance. Okay, I like it. Was that who I thought it was? Because if it is, I'm thinking that's. I don't want to say who I think it is, but I believe it's a character from a different series, still done by the same person, but it's somebody that's people suspecting Hanyu of being for a long time. Although I could be wrong because I don't know the full story of Higurashi either. When they cry, what? Gao. Yeah. Speaking of hatchets, um, um, hello. What? Yeah. Yeah. No, that was you're on point. That was definitely. Do you really want to though? He looks kind of fat there. Oh yeah, because they have to share one school. Forgot about that. They didn't really explain that last episode, but yeah, they have to share a school. Well, what about team-based games? I thought you guys were always part of the club. Yeah, I wouldn't get talk about that. Nipa. Yeah, of course. Of course. So wait, how are they supposed to actually if they're zombies and walking slow? Although I guess zombies could technically. Okay, no, no, zombies don't do that. Zombies don't do that. Yeah, exactly. Hmm. Okay, that's using your head. Good job. What? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, she does. What did you just... She's like, you keep doing it the wrong way. Although I never actually thought about doing that to cotton candy. Uh, oh. He certainly didn't deny it. Hmm. Why? How did you get there? Uh, I mean, maybe. Hmm. Yeah, okay. Okay, sure. Oh, wow. Wow. Looks like the animation just went up real quick, or the animation quality went up real quick. Oh, wow. Oh, don't cut away. Oh, That's really good. That looks really good. I know you. Okay, so that's it for episode 2. And before I get to how I felt about the episode, I've actually, while I was kind of taking a minute to, kind of collect my thoughts, I decided to go on Twitter for a second. And I've been seeing some posts here about the series. It looks like for one they released a what do you call it? A key visual for the series, and this is from Funimation's website actually that I'm looking at this from, and it seems as though that this series may not be quite what I thought it was. I don't want to get too much into it just in case I'm wrong, but it does say here that the and I'm quoting, remember when it was revealed that the title of the series was Higurashi When They Cry New? Well, that's not entirely true. The series is actually called Higurashi When They Cry Go, or Gao, a new title that the creators intentionally did not reveal to the world until episode 2. Gao is a Japanese kanji that has multiple meaning and usages, but can be used to mean karma or fate resulting from one's actions in past lives based on Buddhist concepts, unquote. So it's kind of interesting too, because the visual itself shows Rika, like the Rika that we saw at the very beginning, where she was kind of like talking with Hanyu, and then we see I guess a younger Rika. A younger looking quote, a younger. Probably the biggest surprise of the key visual is the presence of 2 Rikas, a younger looking one from the original series and what we've seen in the new anime, but also an older looking one, which in what appears to be in a high school uniform, unquote. So, and it's actually kind of interesting too, because that whole sequence at the beginning was kind of strange, because now I feel like if you're somebody that's just watching this thinking it's a reboot, I feel like you're going to be super confused about that. And as much as I want to tell you more about it, I'm not sure if I should, because maybe the series will go back later on and kind of explain everything. So I don't know. I'm not sure what they're trying to do here, but regardless, as far as this episode goes, I thought it was good. 1 thumbs up. Just kind of setting things up for more, what we're about ready to see. And actually, thinking about it too, kind of going back what I was talking about earlier, it seems like Keiichi is having memories from his past self. Maybe that's what the Go is supposed to stand for. Kind of karma, I guess, from past lives, perhaps. But it also, I don't know. I'm actually kind of confused now a little bit. But anyways, well, okay. So going from that though, I'll just kind of leave that as it is right now, and then maybe we'll see what happens next week. But Keiichi, like really, or really Rena, I guess. For Keiichi, I think he seems fine for pretty much everything else, but Rena, like, there's definitely something wrong with her, and he needs to I think he's kind of picked up on a little bit, but maybe there's a part of him that just wants to believe in his friend. Maybe he's just like trying to think, maybe she's just kind of out of it or whatever. So clearly, based on the outro, she's got a lot of problems at home. So, and speaking of, actually, not the outro, but the intro, I think, right? Yeah, the intro. There was a slight, how should I say this? Not really a spoiler per se, but like a hint that a certain character from a different series might be in this. And actually, Hanyu, it's been suspected that she has a connection to another character from a different series. And if that same character it was in the intro, man, that's gonna be exciting because this other series is one that I'm very much like. In fact, I honestly like it more than I do Higurashi because I have never really gotten around to read the source material for it. So I mean, I have it actually. I think I got it on Steam, but I never really. I don't know. I just never really had the motivation, I guess, to go and read it. No offense to Higurashi fans, but I'm just saying, like, it was tough enough for me to get through, like, Umineko, for example. But, and actually, I haven't even finished Umineko. But I'm not really much of a book reader, to be honest with you. Although visual novels are, like, taking it to a whole different level. But I don't know. I just was never really into that. And again, I'm not trying to insult anybody. I'm not trying to say reading is bad or whatever. It's just it's not really my thing. So you can judge me however you want. I don't care. But yeah, if there's like a connection between two different franchises, I guess, different stories. Let's say that. Then that makes me even more excited for this particular series. Now, again, I'm still kind of confused on what they're trying to do here. Hopefully, we'll learn more later on, but I'm just gonna kind of hold back for now and just kind of enjoy the ride as it is. So, I also want to touch on the animation a little bit because I remember reading some stuff last week about how some people didn't really care much for the animation, and I think it's okay. I think the character designs are good. They don't have quite the same impact as the original series per se, but I'm still giving it a pass. There was like one or two times in this episode where I noticed that the animation quality kind of dropped a little bit, but towards the end there, where Rika was doing her shrine dance or whatever, like it just shot up, man. It was like I feel like they kind of took some of the I guess animation money or whatever from those two scenes from earlier and just dumped it all into this last scene there. And I don't know. I think it was good. I think they did a very good job with that. So overall, I'm okay with the animation so far. I'm okay with the character designs. I mean, they do seem a little bit more, I don't know, cutesy or whatever, moe. But I don't know. I'm still on board. I think the only character design I think could still use some improvement would be Keiichi, just because like the one scene where he was trying to get out of bed and like he looked super fat for some reason, whatever. But yeah. So overall, like I said, it was a decent episode. Really, again, we're just kind of setting up for things later on. That's really all it is. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. What did you all think of this episode, and what do you guys think about how they're approaching this series? Is it a reboot? Is it a sequel series? Is it something else entirely? Let us know down in the comments below. And of course, if you enjoy this reaction and enjoy what we do, please consider hitting like and subscribing. And once again, by the time you guys watch this on YouTube, I should have the full episode 2 on our Patreon. So please consider subscribing to that as well. And with that being said, we'll see you all next week.